एसी का टेम्परेचर थोड़ा सही कर देना बस. Hello everyone, welcome back. Good afternoon. How are you all? So yes, we are again with the session, and today we are going to discuss reproductive system. Here again we'll be covering up all the questions which were asked in different SSC examinations, whether it is CHSL, whether it is CPO. We are covering many of the SSC examinations over here and including all the questions which were previously asked. So this is actually a very important session. Why? Because via this method we can totally understand what kind of questions are actually asked. So Asif is here after a long time. Hello Asif, I am good. How are you? So it's a long time I've seen you over here, and I guess your exams are going well, and I want this time offer letter, huh? So how are you Asif? Need to converse it with you. Okay, so yes, we were discussing about this topic, that is reproductive system. There are several examinations in which this question is asked, actually this topic is asked. So yes, let's start with the first question. The first question would be basic one, and the question is from CGL 2017. The question is, a multicellular organism grows by what? So here are four options. First one is cell addition, second is cell explosion, third is cell implosion, and third one is cell division. So it's a basic question which was asked in CGL 17. So let's see who can give this answer. Everyone waiting for this answer. If I'm asking about multicellular organism, this means we are talking about those organisms which are having more than one cell. Correct? So yes, whenever we talk about this cell division or the growth, so here we can relate it with the cell division. So it's very obvious, whenever the cell divides, it is actually helping us in the cell in the growth of our body. Correct? Don't say like that, Asif. Don't say like that. I am actually aware of. I don't know you are aware of that or not. I'm damn sure that you are going to be selected this year itself, because I know about your capability and all the examinations which you have given. So yes, let's come back to a question. Here we were talking about cell division. So whenever we talk about cell division, this means what is happening? Actually, there are several things because of which this division is taking place, and we discussed that or cell division during the cell part, correct? So if I talk about the cell division, there are two types of division. That is, we can discuss about mitosis or meiosis type of division. So yes, here we are discussing about the reproductive part. So it's very obvious we will be discussing about chromosomes as well over here. And in today's session, I'll tell you about those facts which may be unknown to you. For example, whenever we talk about a male, we are aware of the chromosomes which are actually present. That is, the pair which is present is XY. If I talk about female, then it is XX. What if ntpc 0. Now this is the only thing. Now Asif, I know about your talent, and the only thing is that this was boundary line, or rather I'll say that it was almost a 6. Only the third umpire was the one who told sir, no, this is not the 6. So this time you will be crossing your ball with the boundary line. World Cup would be in your hands. Don't worry, and I assure you this. Fine, Asif. So yes, let's come back to our point. What I was saying, whenever we talk about males, it is XY. Whenever we talk about females, it is XX. What if someone is having only single one chromosome over here? Or what if I say that there are 3 chromosomes? What if I say that someone may be having this pair? So yes, we are going to discuss about all these factors as well. What are they? How they are actually asked in the examination. So we have to wait for a while. So let's move forward with the next question. What are male gametes called as? This question is from CPO 2017. Is it zygote? Is it ova? Is it sperms? Or is it embryo? What is going to be the correct answer? This is from CPO 2017. I am always there for that, Asif. Yes, so waiting for this answer. Whenever we talk about male gamete and female gamete, we must be aware of what we started our chapter cell, where we discussed, when we talk about our birth, here we discuss about sperms, true, which we get from a father. Apart from that, if I talk about egg or egg cell, we obtain it from a mother. When its combination is there, that is, when this fertilization takes place, then zygote is formed. What is formed? That is zygote. So if I talk about the male gamete, that is actually your sperm cell. So in this option, just have a look. What are male gametes called as? So it's very obvious, Asif, you are totally correct. those are actually the sperms. So option number C would be correct. Next question is, in male reproductive system, the testes are situated outside the abdominal cavity within a pouch. This is what? Now this question is from CGL 2017. What is it? Is it glands? Is it scrotum? Is it testicular lobules? Or is it seminiferous tubules? What is going to be the correct answer? Now there's a reason behind this pouch. Now what's the reason? I'll be telling about that. But before moving on that explanation part, I want answer from everyone. So yes, what would be the answer? In male reproductive system, the testes are situated outside the abdominal cavity within a pouch that is known as dash. What is going to be the correct answer? Is it glands? Is it scrotum? Is it testicular lobules? Or is it seminiferous tubules? What is going to be the correct answer? Now see, there is reason behind everything. There is reason behind everything. Our body is created in such a manner that we can say it's a factory in one way or another. Whenever we face any kind of issue, even when we are having fever, what happens? Our body's functioning gets in such a manner that we get rid of all those issues. No matter it is viral fever, it is done from bacteria, our body is prepared in such a manner. So if I talk about this question, the question is asked about the male reproductive system and we are talking about the testicles. So these testes are actually present in this pouch that is named as scrotum. Now this scrotum is not actually attached with the body, or I'll say that it is not directly linked there. It is actually quite outside. Why? There's a reason behind it. Because for the generation of the sperm, we are aware of sperm, we have just read about it, male gamete, true? If we talk about the generation of sperm, it needs the temperature which is lesser than a body temperature. So because of the presence of this scrotum, this pouch like structure, it is actually helping in decreasing the temperature from 2 degrees centigrade to 2.5 degrees. So there's a temperature difference of around 2 to 2.5 degrees, because of which sperms gets generated. Fine. So there was a reason behind this pouch of actually hanging out. Fine. So yes, the correct answer is option number B, that is scrotum. Moving forward with the next question. In females, the ovaries are located on dash side of the lower abdomen. Now, the question is important one. Why? Because as soon as we see the question, we click on one of the option which even you might be thinking may be correct, but that would be wrong. So I just want answer from everyone who can just tell me, in females, the ovaries are located on dash on each side of the lower abdomen. Is it 2? Is it 3? Is it 4? Is it 1? What is it? So yes, waiting for the answer. I guess I'm getting your comments quite late, but I want answer from everyone. And just think twice before answering this. Whenever I say think twice, that means question may create problem in the examination. The only issue which can be there in the examination is negative marking. True? So yes, please think twice before answering this. Whenever this question comes in the mind, or whenever you'll see this question on the screen, you'll directly say, sir, that it would be 2, correct? But no, just have a look over here. In females, the ovaries are located dash on each side. If I talk about dash on each side, so this means we are talking about one side, that is each side, that is on the one part. So here we have one ovary over here and one ovary over here, correct? So if I draw the structure, we are aware of that on the right hand side and left hand side. So yes, option number A, that is 1, is going to be the correct answer. Fine. So yes, Udbhav has said 3, but no, it would be 1, Udbhav. Fine. So yes, moving forward. Before moving forward, let me tell you, there's the application of example. Here you will be getting live paid courses with the test series, free subject wise and topic wise quizzes with the report card, job alerts, admit cards and examination dates, then all examination previous year PDFs with the solution, free all India scholarship test with the report card, then topic wise free live classes, free full length and sectional test with the report card, free exam wise PDFs, practice set PDFs, daily current affairs, weekly current affairs, monthly current affairs. Then there are unlimited subject wise practice questions. All these things are there in the application. So the only thing that you have to do is to go on the Play Store, type example, click on the install button, then click on the open part. Let's register it. Once the registration is done, you can start using it. So it is going to be very, very beneficial. So yes, let's come back to our other questions. So yes, Nikita has joined us and your answer was correct, Nikita. Totally correct. So yes, talking about the next question. In females, the uterus is dash. So this question is from CGL 2004. Now they are asking about the total numbers. Fine. So whenever we'll talk about the females, so it's very obvious that if we'll talk about the uterus, it's single. So yes, option number A is going to be the correct answer. So Shubham has joined us. Hello Shubham, good afternoon. How are you? So yes, option number A would be correct. Next, in each testes in a male reproductive system, there are dash compartments called testicular lobules. So Phenomenal has joined us. Hello, Phenomenal. Hi, how are you? So yes, waiting for this answer. In each testes in a male reproductive system, there are dash compartments which are known as testicular lobules. This question is from CL 2017. Let's see who can answer this. Nikita, yes, you are correct for that question. I guess I'm getting quite late. Your comments quite late, but your answer was correct for the previous one. But this one, in the testes, in a male reproductive system, there are dash compartments which are known as testicular lobules. Again, it is asking about the numbers. So is it 150? Is it 200? Is it 250? Or is it 300? What is going to be the correct answer? Now, since the question is from CGL, so it is obviously very important because these questions actually keep on repeating. It's very obvious fact. Whenever we talk about these numbers, they are not going to change. Correct? So these numbers will not change. They are almost or what? They are totally fixed. They are not going to change. And yes, 250, that is option number C, would be correct answer. So option number C is correct over here. Next. The dash are the primary female sex organs that produce the female gamete and several steroid hormones. So this question is again from CGL. What is going to be the answer? Is it cervix? Is it uterus? Is it ovaries? Or is it clitoris? Who can give this answer? Yes, so Nikita has given the answer, so it would be option number C. Cool. Then Asif is also with C. Udbhav is with C. Yes, you all are correct. It's totally correct. Whenever we talk about ovaries, that is actually the primary female sex organs that is producing the female gamete, that is ovum, and several steroid hormones. Now, when we are talking about those hormones, let me write for you all. Please remember, it would be progesterone, and another one is estrogen. These are female sex hormones. If I talk about males, then it would be testosterone. We can directly relate it from the term testes, from testes, testosterone. These are female sex hormones. So yes, we were talking about this part. So it would be ovaries, from where we get a female gamete, that is ovum. If I'll talk about the fertilization, so from here we get egg cell, which combines with the sperms, and they give the birth to the child. And here we talk about the fertilization process, that is zygote. So yes, ovaries was the correct answer. Next, what are male gametes known as? So we have discussed this question and the correct answer is sperms, that is option number C. Next question is, in unicellular organism, all functions like digestion, respiration and reproduction are performed by how many cells? So here the number is asked. How many cells are actually involved? If I'm talking about unicellular, please remember I'm talking about unicellular organism. Here, all the functions, whatever are they, whether it is digestion, whether it is reproduction, whatever is there, how many cells are actually used? So Nikita is with C over here. That is 3. Cool. Others. Now, before answering this question, you can read this once more. So Asif is with A. Nikita is with A. 1. Cool. So it's very, very simple. Why? Because we must be aware of, if there is any of the organism which is unicellular, uni word directly tells us we are talking about single celled organism. Now, if there is a single celled organism, it's very, very simple to answer. Obviously, it is going to use a single cell, that is only one cell. Correct? So yes, Ilma. So Ilma has joined us. Welcome, Ilma. So Ilma, Nikita, Asif, you all are correct. Awesome. Next, chromosomes consist of what? So this question is from 10 plus 2 DU LDC 2012. Chromosome is consisting of what? What are chromosomes? These are thread-like structures. Yes, Ilma, that's true. Uni means one. Now, I'm talking about these chromosomes. These are thread-like structures which are actually present in our body. Correct? I was talking in the starting itself, what? That if there is any male, there would be XY. If there is any female, there would be XX. But I'm going to tell you about the condition where there may be single X, there may be triple X, or there may be XXY. So what are these conditions? You'll be understanding about that. Before this, I want this answer. Ilma is saying a DNA. But apart from DNA, Ilma, what? Asif is saying that DNA and proteins. Okay. Ilma is saying that 12 pairs. Ilma, if I tell about 12 pairs, I guess you are directly linking it with the number of ribs. So those are actually ribs. Ilma, there are 24 that you are talking about are 12 pairs. Those are ribs, correct? Those are not with chromosomes number. So that is wrong. Udbhav is with C. Okay. So since Udbhav, Asif, you have given C answer. C is totally correct. The correct answer is going to be your DNA and proteins. Next. Which chromosomal combination is responsible for maleness in men? This question is from 10 plus 2 DU and LDC 2011. No issues, Alma. It's very good that you are trying to give the answer so that you can remember that. So yes, Asif has given that answer. That is, Asif, this time you are wrong. I'm telling you, I'll just come out from the system, whatever you are using, whether it is mobile phone or laptop. I'll just hold your ears and shake them. So yes, yeah, that's true, Asif. Totally correct. So that would be 23 pairs. Totally correct. I'm telling you about that. But before that, I want this answer. Which chromosomal combination is responsible for maleness in the men? Now, what is this combo? Ilma is the first one to answer this, or XY. Ilma is saying minus 10 kar diye. Ilma, even you were doing the same. You were saying 14 pairs, correct? So, okay. It's totally cool. We can commit mistake here, but in the main examination, I don't want anyone to go wrong. So yes, Asif is with D, and you are absolutely correct. We can talk about XY. So as already discussed, whenever we talk about XY, that means we are talking about males. Whenever we talk about XX, we are talking about females. What if we are talking about XXX? Now, what's the difference between them? So yes, Ishan has joined us. Hello Ishan. Aman has joined us and Aman has given the correct answer. Awesome. Ilma, it can never be XYZ. I am saying that I'll be giving you pitti now. Yes, what I was saying, whenever I talk about XXX, what is this? Try to understand. We are aware of if any of the female is there, she will be having XX pairs. True. But in some of the condition, what happens? This is rare case actually. It's very, very rare, in which one more X comes over here and it occurs in the females. You can just check it by the combination. It occurs in the females where proper development doesn't take place in the body. Fine. So yes, what I was saying, proper development doesn't take place, but there are two conditions. It may take place for some years, there may be issue for some years, but after that it gets rectified. In some of the conditions, we may require medical treatment. I am again saying we may require. It's not always necessary that we require medical treatment. Within some years, it may get rectified. So there is, whenever development is there in the body, there might be issue. Again, I am saying, just have a look. There was a pair, but one more X actually joins. Now let's talk about another condition. So Momita has joined. Hello Momita, good morning. How are you? So yes, GA, that's good afternoon. Yeah. Asif is saying superwoman. Now Asif, let's talk about superman. Coming back on my point, if I talk about the pair in which we are getting XXY. Now we are aware of XY is where? XY, that means we are talking about males. We are talking about males. Now this is Klinefelter syndrome. So Gaurav has joined us. Hello Gaurav, how are you? So yes, I was talking about Klinefelter syndrome in which we get one X extra over here. So yes, one X is again extra, but this condition is with males. Now what is going to create the issue over here? Whenever we get this particular chromosomes pair, in this condition, there may be again issue in the development. There may be facial hair Fine. So there may be different issues. So one is the condition in which females were having extra chromosome. One of the condition is there where male is having extra chromosome. What if we are having only one X? Now this is again a issue. This is known as Turner syndrome. So this using our classes, yeah, true, Ilma. Okay, fine. So yes, I'm Asif is saying male with some female quality. Yeah, some of the condition may be there. Fine, we can talk about the breast enlargement and all. So yes, now talking about this X only. So here it is a single X, because of which it is known as monosomy. Monosomy, or it may also be known as Turner syndrome. So Turner syndrome or monosomy is the one in which only one X is there. Another condition, XXY, this is for males. XXX, this is for the females. So these are the issues. So these are the only things. The main thing is that whenever we talk about chromosomes, we are talking about only X and Y. This was only kept just to create the issue, or in which you can take your doubt, or it may create you in the situation of dilemma. So Gaurav has joined us. Hello Gaurav. How are you, Gaurav? So let's come back over here. I was talking about this answer. So yes, males are with XY, females are with XX. Next, DNA fingerprinting is used to identify what? So this question is from CISF and ASI 2013. What would be the answer? Parents, rapists, thieves, or all of the above? My question is, if I talk about DNA fingerprinting, this is used to identify what? This question is from CISF ASI 2013. So it is for what? Ilma Singh said it would be for identifying the parents. Okay, that is option number A would be correct. Momita is with D. That is, she is saying that sir, it would be all of the above. That is parents, rapists, thieves, everyone. Then Udbhav is with A, just parents. Correct. Asif is sure that it would be D. Yes, if I talk about parents, no doubt. If I'm talking about DNA, that is deoxyribonucleic acid. DNA fingerprinting lets us know that we are whose child. That is, we can talk about the hereditary thing. Correct. Now, again, the condition, the worst condition in which we must give that particular punishment so that no one can even think of. Fine. So this is the worst thing which anyone can even think of, and worst punishment must be there. I want the changes or the amendments in the constitution for this part especially, so that no one can even think of it. So Garima has joined us. Hello Garima, you are back, huh? So yes, now talking about the thieves, now you can take the example of CID. Ilma, you must have watched CID. So thieves, I'll tell you about that. This ACP Pradyuman is there. He says na, yeah, kuch to gadbad hai Daya. Now what Daya does, Daya's work is to just break the door. But there's Abhimanyu and other people. Dr. Saluke, yes. Dr. Saluke does what? He just checks about those fingerprints and all. So where you can directly relate the DNA fingerprinting part. Correct? So yes, here all of the above would be the correct answer. So option number D is correct. Next, what determines the sex of a child? This question is from metric level 2006. What is going to be the correct answer? Let's see who gives this answer. Garima's Daya is favorite. Okay, Garima, fine. So whenever your door is locked or whenever you lose the key, you can just directly contact Daya. Please come and open the door. Yes, Asif, that's true. Dr. Saluke is expert of DNA. Yes, we can directly contact him for the same. Daya like Jitesh sir. Okay, I'll be telling Garima, Jitesh sir regarding same. Okay, so yes, Momita is with A, Asif is with A. Jitesh sir is the smartest faculty which we have in our team, correct? So yes, Udbhav is with A, everyone is going with A, and that's 100% true. Whenever we talk about the chromosome of father, he determines the sex of the child. How? Because we are already aware of Aman is with B, that is chromosomes of a mother. No, Aman, no, I'll explain you why. Whenever we talk about the sex determination, see what happens. Male is with XY, female is with XX. Now the combination can occur in such a manner that one of the chromosome would be taken from here, one would be taken from here. What is going to happen? XX. This means female is there. But when Y and X combines, it creates XY. So this is actually male. Here we are having female. So here we can understand female is always giving X, correct? but male may give X or Y. So it totally depends which particular chromosome is given by the father. So that's why we'll say that they are only males who are actually determining the child or determining the sex of their child. Now this is very important. Although we have already studied all these things, but in some of the areas, in some of the backward areas, it is still told that, oh, this is that particular uh, daughter-in-law who is actually the culprit, who is actually giving the birth to the female child. Please remember, female childs are always best, daughters are always best. No, this doesn't mean that sons are not best, sons are also good, but we cannot say that female was the one who has actually determined. No, because it was actually the sperm cell, or rather we'll say XY chromosomes, who were determining this, where male is the one who actually determines or actually gives the birth to either baby or a baby girl or baby boy. Fine. So it's actually the XY. So here it actually depends, X is coming or Y is coming. So yes, I'll write for you, this is for boy and this is for girl. So it is the chromosome of father who is telling about the sex determination. Yes. Now comes the test tube baby. A test tube baby means what? This question is from CGL 2004. Test tube baby means what? Okay. So sorry for that. But yeah, this answer. Test tube baby means what? A baby grown in a test tube, embryo fertilized in the uterus and developed in the test tube, embryo fertilized and developed in the uterus, fertilization in vitro and then transplantation in the uterus. So Momita is with B. That is, embryo is fertilized in the uterus and developed in the test tube. Okay. Others. Then Ilma is with B. Okay. So Ilma and Momita are with the same thing. Asif is saying that it would be B. Okay. Fine. So you all are going with B. Udbhav is also with B. Is there anyone who will just go with another option? I'll tell you till then, whenever we are talking about a test tube baby, this means we are talking about IVF. Now you must be wondering, sir, what is IVF? Whenever you are into the market, if there are some hospitals which are related to the test tube babies, there is written IVF. That is what? In vitro fertilization. What happens in this part? First of all, when we are talking about the child's development, here Abhishek is with D. So the Abhishek is actually standing out of the crowd who has given this answer. Others were with D. Ilma Singhs are A also. Baby grows in a test tube. Just think, how can a baby grow in that particular test tube? Just a normal thing. So please understand what happens in this condition. The full form is in vitro fertilization. In this condition, fertilization is first done in vitro. Fine. Normally what happens? Fertilization actually takes place in the fallopian tube of the female, where when the sperm enters into the female sex organs, their fertilization takes place in the fallopian tube, where we have egg cell, fine, which is released from that ovum part. So yes, egg cell and this sperm cell fertilizes in the female's body. But when there is an issue, when child is actually not developing or that fertilization is not taking place, we use in vitro fertilization, in which fetus is actually this fertilization is actually done in vitro, and then transplantation is done in uterus, where actually that baby birth take place. So yes, option number D is going to be the correct. And awesome, Abhishek, you were totally correct. And please remember, this full form is important: in vitro fertilization. What? In vitro fertilization. So yes, option number D is going to be the correct answer. Next, the hybrid between horse and donkey is called what? Now this is the combination which is asked many times. I guess I was in 6th standard when I read this question for the first time. And yes, this question is from SO 2003. What's the hybridization of a horse and donkey known as? Is it pony? Is it colt? Is it mule? Or is it zebra? Abhishek is with D. Sir, it would be zebra. Okay. Others? I'll give you a hint. In Hindi, we call it khachar. Whoever are from the Hindi background, let me tell you, we call it khachar. Yeah, that's true, Ilma. So in English, we call it what? It's obviously, it would not be zebra. It's good, Abhishek, that you have tried. Yeah, that's totally correct. That's not pony. That's not pony. That's actually your mule. Fine. So yes, mule is going to be the correct answer. That is option number C. Next. What is the chromosome number in a human ovum? Question is from CGL 2003. Who is going to give this answer? So Asif was the 3, yeah. So let's have a look over here. Momita has answer A, that is 24. Cool. Others. Asif is with C. Momita is with C. That is 48. Okay. Others. Abhishek, I want you to be correct over here. Then phenomenal. Bhedia. That's not Bhedia. That's not Bhedia. That's actually mule. We call it Khachar. You may find this mule in many of the hill stations. So Asif, I'm going with the options. So you can just tell me about it. So Aman is with 46, Asif is with 46, Momita is with 46, Nikita is saying that it would be 23 pairs, Abhishek is with B, Momita is saying no sir. Ilma is with 26, Asif is saying that C was for previous. Okay, Asif. I guess I got those comments late. Okay, Momita, fine. So yes, but for this, I want answer. And I want you all to be correct over here. I've explained it many times. And remember, I am saying that this question is very important and think thrice before giving me any of the answers. So I want answer from everyone once again. I want answer from everyone once again because I know that you are aware of the answer, but you are not getting that part. We say na, we have everything around us. We are actually not having that clue how to open that door. We are locked in a room. We have everything over here, and still we are not getting clue how to open that door. So the same thing is happening in this question. Please have a look at this question once again, and I want answer from Abhishek, Asif, everyone once again. So Asif has actually changed his answer and saying none of the above. No one will give me the reason why they are changing their answers, but I want answers from everyone. Abhishek, Ilma, then Nikita, Momita. Nikita is again with 46, and so we have one of the option 46, and Asif is with D. And whenever I take time, I take because that is important. In examination, this happens with everyone, that we just see the question, we directly check, okay, so this is the answer, we just click it. Yes, so Abhishek has also changed the question. Then Ilma is saying 23 pairs. Now it's the time to explain this part. When we are talking about human ovum, let's try to understand. Whenever we talk about fertilization, we talk about haploid cells. Remember, haploid cells, which means we are talking about 23, not 23 pairs. I'm talking about 23. Nah, man, no. I'm talking about 23, only 23, no pairs, only 23. That means 23 from males and 23 from females. Sperm. And here you can take the example of ovum. Fine. And here its combination is going to give you 46, which would be actually for the zygote. So zygote is getting 46. So here, when I'm talking about the human ovum, this means I'm talking about 23 only, not 23 pairs. So very good, Asif and Abhishek and others. It's good that you are telling about 23 pairs, but try to understand, we are talking about only human ovum. We are not talking about human sperm cell. When sperm cell and ovum will combine, then only 46 pairs would be, 46 would be there, that is 23 pairs would be there. So yes, option is not there. Let me write for you, 23 is going to be the correct answer. So none of the above would be correct. Got this point? No, Ilma. Again, I am saying you were saying 23 pairs. True. But I am saying only 23. Human ovum is only 23. That is, they are only having 23 chromosomes. Because 23 chromosomes will be received from father. Correct? That is sperm cell. So 23 from father, 23 from mother. And question is from human ovum. That only 23. So 23 would be 46. So please remember these things. These are going to be very, very useful for the examination. It's a very important thing. Do not miss this part. Okay. Moving forward to the next question. Of the total number of genes inherited by a child, this is from metric level 2002. What is going to be the correct answer? Okay, cool. Okay, Mamita, Ilma. So I guess you all are liking this session. Kindly like it and share it. And yes, after the sessions, I want comment from everyone. how was the session? And from today itself, I am going to discuss the question of the day. I'll be giving you questions in the ending, and you will be using your comments, screenshot in the later lecture in which we'll be discussing that question. Fine. So, okay. So here we have C, that is they are equal number of equal number from each parent, and that's true. So Asif, Ilma, Momita, great. So we have already discussed when we are talking about the number of genes which are inherited. So it's very obvious. Obviously, they are balanced. That is equal from mother and father both. Totally correct. So option number C is going to be the correct. By which of the following the sex of a child is determined before birth? Sex of the child is determined before birth. Now this question is from CGL 2002. Sex of the child is determined before birth. Who can give this answer? Is it fetus of mother? Is it sperms of father? Is it both of the above, or nutrition of mother? Asif, you already know about that, true? You can just search my name and you are going to get this. So, yeah, Nikita is with C. Then Asif is with B. That is fetus of mother. And yes, kindly share the link of the Telegram channel of the example. I actually request the studio people to kindly share the link. Yes, so Ilma is with C, Nikita is with C. So you all are with C. Is there anyone who is actually changing this? Asif is with B actually. That is fetus of mother. Remember, whenever we are talking about the sex determination, please remember sex is actually determined by the sperm part. That is the sperms of father. It was never helped by the mother. Why? Because mother was already having XX. So it's very obvious one of the X is going to come from here. But whether it will be X or Y, it is actually determined by the father only. So option number C is not going to be the answer. Yes, Asif, I am saying about the same thing, that you will be getting that in the comment section right now. Studio people will be sending you. You can use their Telegram channel. Fine. So I'll just ask in the ending of the class again to the studio people. They are actually sending those links in the comment section. You can directly join that example link. Fine. So yes, Momita is with A. Yeah. So now we can totally understand it is actually the sperms of father. Next. The drone and honeybee are what? Now this is quite interesting one. I'll tell you about this. Till then I am asking these people to directly share those links of the example channel. Fine. So yes, waiting for the answer, and give me just 30 seconds for the same. Yes, so the link would be shared right now. So you can get that link from Asif from that this comment section. Fine. So yes, now waiting for the answers. So Momita is with A, Ilma is with A, Abhishek is with C, then Asif is with C. Okay. Now this is quite interesting one. Let me tell you. See, whenever we talk about honeybees, we are aware of these are the bees who are doing what? They're actually taking those particular juices from different flowers, where we can discuss about the nectar, and those juices are actually brought together and they are actually helped in making the honey. Correct? So here we generate honey, but in all those bees, there is a bee that is known as queen bee. Please remember, that is actually a queen bee. Now there's one of the male, fine. Now there is one of the male, yeah, they are laborers, they are very, what we say? We can say they are very hard working actually, fine. So yes, there's one of the male. Now this male will do what? This male is not going to those flowers and sucking that particular juices and helping in the production of honey, no. This male is actually the fertile male who is doing what? Those eggs which are given by this queen bee, it is actually spraying its sperms over there, and the fertilization is done with this sperm. So those fertilized parts, so they are actually giving birth to the bees. That is, then it is actually dependent on the way of fertilization. So whether it would be male or female. So Timir has joined. Hello Timir, good afternoon. How are you? So Asif is saying in Bengali that was Shramik Maumachi. Okay, okay. So Shramik Maumachi, huh? Yes. So what I was saying, the name drone itself is telling us what it is happening. Here there are several eggs on which the sperms are actually sprayed. Now this is the way in which this fertilization is done. And yes, from here we can directly denote the drone in the honeybee are actually those fertile males. So fertile males are not actually going to the flowers and sucking all those things. For their feeding, there are other honeybees which Asif was saying laborers. They are actually helping in all those parts, even feeding him, and this egg is actually helping in the fertilization of these eggs. So this drone in the honeybee is actually fertile male. So yes, option number A is correct. Now, breeding and management of bees is known as what? We were discussing about bees, correct? So its breeding and management is known as what? Is it sericulture, is it silviculture, is it pisciculture, or is it apiculture? What is going to be the correct answer? I guess I'm getting your comments quite late, but I want this answer. This is the important one again. This question is asked, I don't know how many number of times, whether it is MTS, whether it is CGL, CHSL, apart from that, even other examinations. If you are from, you are giving the examination of lower PCS for the UP state, it is asked there as well. So, Momita is with D, Abhishek is with A, Timir is with D, then Asif is with D, Mohammed is saying apiculture. That's true. Whenever we talk about the breeding and management of the bees, that is known as apiculture. Abhishek has told sir A. Abhishek, please remember when we are talking about this sericulture, it's actually the formation of silk over there. Correct? From the silk word, we can remember that it is related to seri. Fine. So apiculture. Yeah, Abhishek. Totally correct. Awesome. Awesome. So Nikita was also correct. So you all are correct. Asif, that's great. Yes. The number of chromosomes present in the somatic cells of human is what? So just have a look at this question. Till then, let me tell you, there would be two type of cells which are present in our body. It may be either somatic, cell, or it may be germ cell. So there are difference between two. But before that, I want answer from everyone. Yeah, that's true, Momita. Good, totally correct. But waiting for this question answer. The number of chromosomes present in the somatic cell of the human cell is dash. Somatic cells. 46. Abhishek is the first one to answer this, that is 46. Asif is also with 46. Cool. So Abhishek is on the top, then second is Asif and third one is Timir Sen and he is with 44. Okay. Others? So Momita, Nikita, Ilma, you are still pending with the answer. And I have explanation again over here. I guess I'm getting your comments late, so I'll just go with the answer. Yes, Happy has given the answer. So welcome, Happy. And yes, we have answer, that is 46. Others, waiting for the answer. If I talk about these cells, we are aware of only and only when we talk about sex cells, only then those cells will divide. Otherwise, any part of the body, whenever we talk about any of these cells, apart from sex cell, we can directly say that the answer would be 46. Fine. Now there is no doubt with 46 and that's correct. If I talk about this 46, that is 100% true. But when we talk about those sex cells, obviously the number is going to divide. Why? Because from sperm cell, we are going to get the 23 and then from egg cell, that is ovum part 23. 23 will give us 46. But apart from sex cells, 46 is the answer and that's awesome, Happy. You have given this apart from Happy, all the others. Good. So which of the following human genetic disorders is sex linked? Now, this question is from CAPF 2016. Which of the following human genetic disorders is sex linked? Which will be the correct answer? Is it hemophilia? Is it cystic fibrosis? Is it albinism? Or is it PKU? What is the correct answer? Momita is with A. That is, sir, it would be hemophilia. Okay. Apart from Momita, who is the one who is going to give this answer? Who will be the second one? Asif is the second one who is again with hemophilia. Then, see, you can keep on giving your answers. Till then, I'll explain you. This term, Ilma, A, good. Whenever I'll talk about this hemophilia, just have a look at this word hemo. This means Heme. We are denoting it with the hemoglobin. True? Yes, this is actually related to the blood. Now, in this condition, hemophilia, what happens? There is the delay or no blood clotting. Delay in blood clotting, or even there would be no blood clotting. Now, this is issue. There is no such blood clotting. That is, whenever there is cut and all, so blood will keep on getting out from your body. Fine. So, yes, Timir has also given answer A. So, this hemophilia is the condition which delay in blood clotting is there or no blood clotting is done. This happens when, if I talk about males and females, what is happening? If I talk about the mutation condition, then there is the altered gene of X which comes here, and this issue hemophilia, that's why occurs in the males. It's very simple to understand. Here already X and X are there. So the altered X will come in the very rare condition or in no condition. So in maximum of the cases, this condition occurs in the males because there's the altered gene of this X which comes in to the role. So HR has joined us. Hello Harish, good afternoon. No issues. I totally understand. So Tamil Nadu police is actually giving you this special responsibility. You are actually handling very important task over there. So I totally understand, but it's good that you have joined it, and I'm very happy that I can see you. So yes, hemophilia is the condition in which delay in blood clotting is there, and in maximum cases it actually occurs in the males. Next. Which of the following is not a vestigial organ in the human body? Now this would be the question for the day. And right now we are going to understand what all things we have actually seen today. And this would be the question of the day, where tomorrow I will be taking the screenshots of all the answers given by you. All the screenshots given by you, and tomorrow we will be using that. Harish, I guess you were the one, or who was the? I guess she was Vignesh. So Vignesh was the one, or you were the one who is there in the Tamil Nadu police? I guess you were there, isn't it? So yes, Momita has already given the answer. So it would be wisdom tooth. Okay, but please have a look at this question once more. Dana is here. Hi Ilma, Tamil Nadu. Dana. Yeah. So what I was saying, just have a look. Today we have discussed many things, where we discussed about the reproductive system. I'll start with the starting part. Whenever we talk about the reproduction process, it actually starts with the sperm of the male and egg cell of the female. Now, the sperm cell and the egg cell actually fuses and does what? It actually creates zygote. Now, this question is already asked in the examination. I am discussing all the questions which were asked in the examination. So, it creates what? It creates zygote. Now, what is going to happen when we are talking about this process? Here we have haploid cells, that is 23 plus 23 chromosomes. Please remember these 23 and 23, here it is present in the sperm and here it is present in the egg cell. So here egg cell and sperm cell, they will actually combine and create it to 46. And yes, so there was someone who was actually asking for the link. Yes, Asif was the one. So Asif, you are having this particular link. Yes, I am summarizing the topic, because in the evening we'll be having theoretical section. I'm just summarizing what all things we have actually covered today. So yes, this is the first thing that we discussed. Then coming on to the next part, there are actually two types of cells. One is sex determining cells, one are other cells which can be of any part of the body. So whenever we discuss about those numbers, please remember 46 and 23 comes when 23 will come only and only when we are talking about the sex cells. Now, there's one more thing. There's a term which we have not discussed. There's a term that is known as autosomes. Autosomes and chromosome. And in most of the cases, we think that these terms are same. Autosomes and chromosomes. Now, there's a difference between two. Obviously, you all this is the YouTube link. Just wait, Asif, I'll just help you out. Sir, रिंकू सर, ये YouTube का लिंक है. हाँ, Telegram का लिंक चाहिए. Telegram वाला. Yes, so what I was talking, I was actually telling you about these chromosomes. These chromosomes are 46 in number, that is, we can talk about 23 pairs. But there's a difference between autosome and chromosome. Now, what's the difference between them? Let's try to understand. Can you all tell me what would be the number of these autosomes? Anyone? What is going to be the number of this autosome? Now this one is important for you all. This one is important for you all because autosomes is asked many times and we directly click on the 23 pairs. Can anyone tell me the number of autosomes? See, if I'll write in this manner, 22 plus 1, again for the female 22 plus 1. So this means this is actually your sex determining chromosomes, correct? Yes, that's true. 22 and 22 will give you what? It is actually going to give you 44. So 44 are actually your autosomes. Very, very important. Do not forget, autosomes are 44 and chromosomes are 46 in numbers. So this is the important thing. Do not forget. Now, moving forward, then if I'll talk about several parts, one thing that we have not discussed is actually that fertilization process. Fertilization process is the process in which the sperm cell is actually combining with the egg cell. But the question which is asked, it occurs where? So this occurs in the fallopian tube. Now, from the word fallopian tube, there are two terms. One is vasectomy. And one word is tubectomy. Now, what's the difference between this vasectomy and tubectomy? Let's understand this part and we'll just sum up the session. When we are talking about this vasectomy, what is going to happen when we are talking about the sperm's production? Those particular tube-like structures are actually bound with the nylon thread so that sperm is actually not coming out, and in this way we can control the population. But when we talk about tubectomy, just have a word, we are talking about tube. So there was a tube that was present in the females, that is what? Fallopian tube. So this tubectomy actually occurs in the females. So it is asked in the examination, we must be aware of this. In females, in order to control the population, tubectomy is done. Tube word is going to help us out because there is the fallopian tube which is present in the females. So yes, these were the things which were important. Now there's a homework question which I have already given you. The homework question is, which of the following is not a vestigial organ in the human body? And I want this answer in the comment section just after the class. Tomorrow I'll be taking the screenshot of it and then I'll be discussing about this question. Fine. So bye-bye everyone. Please take care. And yes, kindly join in the evening between 6 to 7 so that we can have discussion on the theoretical part as well. So bye-bye. Please take care.